All right, welcome guys. Welcome to Thursday analysis. So we're quickly going to start with C5 because I notice it looks like they could be ready to move right now. So I've got one position at current market price right here. I just opened the position as I came to the charts. The reason I opened the position is because I had this zone marked earlier, so I was just waiting for a break and a continuation. So most likely price might retrace into this level here where we also have an order block, so that's also a point of interest. The sell which we have right now is a runner. Okay, the runner is actually in profit, as you can see, so let's just hold on to that runner, see what happens. But otherwise, I actually saw this setup late. As you can see, we're trading below the 13 EMA, giving us the sell bias. We've been wanting to sell this from yesterday, but we didn't get any confirmation. So today, breaking a zone, that's the confirmation we needed. We also broke a minor structure here below the 13 EMA. So bias is bearish. The only thing we need to wait for now maybe is possibly another retracement back into the zone, which has just been broken. Then we can scale in. So that's it for C5. Jumping to C1. Okay, this price action here. All right, price could sell there. Anyway, safe sell is below the zone. If you break below the zone, I'm looking for a safe sell. We are currently playing around the 13 EMA on the daily, so we might get that pullback. Let's see if we've got more confirmations. All right, you can see we are right in these zones. Okay, 57.70. Let me see, 70. 5770. Point of interest. Price can still extend into that high actually before selling, or they could just react right now in the current zone where they are. So that's 57. Let's say 45 and see how it looks like. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so we're currently in a point of interest of a broken order block. So basically, this is the order block we are looking into. So if you take note, it also covers that whole zone. So these two lines are within this order block which was broken. Price retested this area, sold, then they started pushing up. So this could be a retracement for possible continuation to the downside, or price might come then bounce off something and continue pushing up. But right at this point, we're just looking at a possible short-term sell. If you look at it from H1, this would be the order block which has to be broken. And again, this is a short-term sell for now. This is a short-term sell. If it does play out, it's pretty much short-term. So these are the 2 points of interest I have. This is the H1 OB. This is the M15 OB. So if price comes below here, then I'm looking forward for a short-term sell. Either they will come stop on the 50 EMA, or they might come to yesterday's highs to give maybe a flip zone. We also have a zone here. So there's multiple areas which can stop price here and act as support, which is why I'm saying for now, this is a short-term trade. So keep stalking on that one. So we've got C5, we've got C3 also looks like it's a sell. This looks like a BOB. Order block has been broken here. M15, you can see that order block getting broken. So we can sell C3 current market price. This is for $100 accounts and above. So where can this price come to? Just looking at this analysis, you can see we are bullish. We're above these moving averages, so we are bullish. The trade we're taking right now is short-term sell. Short-term sell. Let me quickly open the trade on the phone. Okay, just give me a moment. Let me check something. All right. Sorry about that. So we got sales at C on C300. Short-term sell, looking at price to potentially maybe get into this area. Let me just quickly check on the weekly. All right, perfect. This is last week's highs. So yeah, this is a short-term trade, short-term sell. Stop loss is right above this last high or right above the order block. So that's my view. It's nothing long-term for now until maybe we come back below the zone. If we come back below the zone, then I'm looking forward for a possible big move to the downside. All right, so that's it for C3. Okay, just checking C1 there. All right, going to B1000. B1000 played out nicely yesterday. We caught during the zoom, we had a runner. The runner was taken out, then the pattern reformed. He took the trade, took profit here. We had safe buys as well. It was a break and a retest here, break and a retest again here, another break, retest. So they had many opportunities. There were many opportunities to take a buy here. So looking at it today, okay, again, we are within that 13 and 50 EMA on H1. So in terms of direction wise, we're still waiting. Nothing too solid here. Nothing too solid. You can see we're playing around the same area, like we mentioned on, I think it was on Tuesday. We anticipate price to play this way. So for now, I think we just have to wait. If H1 comes about the 13 EMA, then we might consider a short-term buy. But as it is, as price is looking right now, we could sell, we might respect the zone. Anything can happen. So B1, let's just wait. B5 also moved yesterday. How were we looking at it? Okay, we were active here. During the zoom, we took these buys, but what I noticed is price was refusing to push up. So we ended up breaking even on this trade. They played around this area, then they came down. The setup was just looking something else. But later on in the day, we had a break of this level. Price retested twice. Then they eventually moved. I think this was in the evening now. Also confirmed by a double baseline bounce in 15. So that was a good trade, but I didn't take this one. It was in the evening. So today, how are we looking at this? That looks like it's a buy day. We're trading about the 13. Okay, let's look for demand zones. I've got a demand zone here. I also have a demand zone here. So if you notice from this impulsive move, price just continued all the way into TP1. I had actually marked this TP for our entry, which we had earlier. That was the initial target, even though price took us out, but they eventually got there. So right here, two things can happen. Price can continue pushing up all the way to the TP2 level from that impulsive move we measured. So if we do get a buy setup today, this is a possible TP. But what we need now here is a pattern. So H4, 13 EMA rejection. H1, right on the 50 EMA, but we need more confirmations here that price is reversing. Then if we do get those confirmations, then the only thing we'll do is wait for price to break something. Here I think I'd prefer to use this. If we come above this level, I'll start considering buys. But what I need is a complete pattern. I need to see an impulsive move. I need to see them come back either to this area or come back to the equal lows to form a W pattern. Then I can consider a buy. So either here or here. So I still need this move to confirm that will actually get a buy. Apart from that, this price looks like it's bearish. If we come below this zone, especially, this is a 4-hour demand zone. If we come below here, then price might continue pushing down. But if we respect it, then we'll actually get a good buy to the upside. V2501S. Yesterday I didn't have anything on it, if I'm not mistaken, but price actually ended up pushing nicely and breaking a zone, retesting it, and dropping. All right, so that was just last week's lows, retested. This fib ran for this impulsive move is the one which gave this move. So this is complete. This move is complete. What are we looking for today? Possible retracement into this broken zone will be preferable. For now, I don't have any entries for sell, but it looks like price is on a sell motion. So let's see. Okay, we might get a touch here. This is just a point of interest. The M15 price action is not so clear though. We also have the 200 EMA lingering on top here. So we might have a level somewhere there. Let's see. Nah, not really. Let's see. Okay, something like this. So price might still come back up, take out these highs, retest this zone, then drop. They might just drop from here, or they'll come back to the equal highs, then drop. For now, I have a selling motion, so I only have selling bias for now. If we do come back above the 13 EMA, maybe a scalp buy is possible. But as it stands, I don't have anything too solid on V2501S. So I don't think I'll participate on it. Let's see. Let me just respond to a message quickly in the group there. Okay, C3 is actually moving nicely as well. All right. All right. So step index. Okay, so it just did what we said yesterday. Yesterday we looked at it, we say no trade. We're looking at this zone for a break retest or for price to give a fake out, which is what happened. I'm not sure if any of you caught a short-term scalp sell there. Otherwise, price is still within the same range. So I've got nothing until we are solidly out of this range. Okay, I'm going to extend this again to here. So step index, I do not have anything. The best areas to trade from are the edges. So either you take yourself from here or you miss it. So again, here, paying attention to this level, either will drop, break, or fake out. So that's a point of interest. Same applies to the bottom side as well. So nothing solid here on step until we come out of these two gray zones. I do not have any setup. Jumped in, went crazy. It's a pity. I don't know, for some reason I didn't pay much attention to it yesterday, but we actually had some nice momentum. Price literally played, I think, like what we had anticipated. So they came and retested. They came and retested this broken level here. Although they didn't get quite into that zone, but you can see as long as we're trading above the 13 EMA, that gives the buyers. So right on this area here, I'm sure we can get a pattern. Let's see if they actually gave the pattern. So we had a lower low, price bouncing off the 50, 200 TDI bouncing off the 50, an order block there, broke, retested. That's an entry. Price also broke the previous day's high here and retested. So 2 entry points for that buy yesterday, because by the time we did the zoom, I believe this price had moved yesterday. So yeah. So looking at it today, I feel like price has already moved as well. There's been so much momentum. So J10 is always good to trade when it's trending like this. Just wait for the best entry points, which will be the areas of the 13 EMA here. So right now, price has already reached this high. You can see it's marked from something from a higher time frame. Let's see what zone that is. Okay, okay, nice rejection there. All right. So that looks like we had that bullish bias happening from the close of yesterday's daily candle. If you notice, I had marked these outer levels as well because I'm seeing this as a consolidation of this impulsive move. So we'll pay attention to what happens here. Like I said, the buy has already happened. So we might get a short-term sell though. Short-term sell. So if price is having that uptrend, we might get a retracement, a push back up, maybe equal highs, maybe a retracement, maybe a break and a continuation. So this area is a point of interest for a pattern. It could be a short-term sell. If we do break and retest, price will definitely continue up. But seeing that we've moved already, I don't have anything too solid again. A sell will be short-term, and the only thing we can do there is wait for a pattern. So that's it for J10. Step still waiting for them to exit. V250S is leaning to the sell side. If we can get a pullback, we can consider sells. B, okay, is this? Okay, let's actually have, I wanna buy B5. You see, we are in a H4 demand, right? And this pattern here for me qualifies for a buy, but the buy will only be safe at this level. So okay, maybe let's rather wait. It's not executed. B1 already looks like they actually rejected this zone. So let's see how are we going to come up with an entry. What pattern do we have on the TDI? They could continue pushing up as well based on this price action. 50 pips, that's a 50 pip move. Two things can happen here. A retracement and a continuation up. The thing is, when I'm looking at it like this, the safest area where we can buy from is so far. This is the order block I have. So to safely buy this, we can only buy it when it comes above 13,750. That's where we can safely buy from. Otherwise, this most likely I ignored this pattern, but this was a good buy here. And again, if you come back to B5, you notice that's the same candle we have here. So they can just have an abrupt move to the top side. But here, I'm not happy trading it because we are below the yellow baseline, below the 50 static. So the odds of this playing out are a bit low for now. B1000, let's rather wait again. Let's wait for H1 to close. So for everything we looked at, let's wait for H1 to close. Then after that, I'm going to give updates based on the analysis I have. Otherwise, if we break this level, then B1000 will most likely push up to these highs. I've been wanting, I think I spoke to Jerry the other day. We agreed this price will most likely get to around 14,100. There was something we were seeing. Okay, there we go. This is the full pattern. So you can see price can get to even 14,200. All we need here is wait for price to give us a proper sign that it's actually pushing up. So if we break above that zone I marked on M15, this gray zone here, if we break above 13,750, 13,770, 13,780, we might get a price actually accelerating to the top side. So for now, this can turn out to be a high probability trade. So I feel like that's also today's high. Let's see. Yeah. So if we break today's high, price will most likely shoot up. This also looks like it could be a shark fin. The reason I'm not buying here is price might then go sideways, retest the same lows, then push up. So I don't want to enter here. I'd rather enter on top here because probabilities of price continuing up will be higher. Also look to scale out around yesterday's high. If we get a break and a retest, that just increases the odds of the buy playing out. So actively stalking B1000. C500, we've got one runner. From the moment you started the Zoom, we've got one runner there. So let me see, it's actually in about 10, slightly above 10 pips of profit, actually 15 pips. C300 also selling nicely. So those are the active trades. C300 is in 40 pips of profit. But if you notice again, I mentioned this is still short term for now, and this is the target. So when we get here, I think that will be about 50 pips. I'm going to secure 50 pips here. Then maybe price might retrace. Maybe we might get this. We'll see how price moves after this move is complete. But for now, this trade is a success on C5. C1000, we actively stalking. Whereas right on the 13 EMA, so this can give a quick sell. So I've got C1000 actively stalking, B1000 actively stalking, B5 actively stalking as well, C3 in motion. Which one is, let's see, which one don't I have here? So it's C3 in motion, C1 stalking, C5 in motion, B1 stalking, B5 stalking. So all the five are actually, we have to stalk all of them. Just pick the one which you feel like will move, or pick two, then focus on those two for the rest of today, and you'll be able to catch a trade. So I think that's it for me today. I don't have anything to add or subtract. If you guys have got different views based on what I said, we can still have discussions on the Telegram group. But for now, C3 is the one which is in motion. So let's talk about C3 a bit before I round this up. If we zoom in, I want you to take notes. Let's remove this figure. This price action which we have here might give us a huge bearish move back to the 13 EMA. So remember, this is last week's level. We are trading within last week's range. So based on price action, this is a reversal pattern. So we might get a huge sell happening here. So if it does happen, I would love us to actually catch it. Daily, you can see that bounce off that zone here. All these zones we marked. If you're following our analysis from Monday, all these zones we marked. So at what point is this sell going to be high probability? It will be when we break the lows, when we break the 13 EMA actually. When we break the 13 EMA right on that red line here, let me see if it's feasible. Okay, right here. So at this point, you will notice that it's a zone. So I'm going to remove the line and drag the zone into the future. So soon as, if price comes below this zone, guys, just know this price is going to melt. It's going to melt. So right now we might get a retracement into these areas. Let me drop to H1. Right, so H1 I'm still anticipating a retracement. So we might get this push. Then if we get a retracement here, we should actually hold until this zone. If we break this zone, this will become a high probability trade. Once we break this zone here, so this is around 44.35. So just mark 44.35 on your chart. Maybe you might miss this trade. That's fine. So if you get an impulsive move, the only thing I can advise from this move right now is wait for the pullback. If you're not in the runner, if you don't have a runner yet, wait for a pullback. At some point, price will pull back. After that pullback, we must not miss the trade because chances of this price coming down here are high. And if we break this zone, chances of a huge sell are also high. So if we take this trade, we should also try and hold it. So that's it for me today. C5 is the one with a high probability. And from yesterday, we kept saying, let's wait for an impulsive move. And this right there is the impulsive move. We also have price breaking yesterday's low here. So that's a point of interest for a retracement right there. If we get price retrace to this area, all you have to do, run your fib to confirm. At some point, they will retrace. So if they start retracing, let's say from this low on the 800, this point of interest is going to line up with 38.2. So that's what you need to keep in mind. But for those who were with me during the beginning of this Zoom, I'm sure you caught this C5 trade. And it's currently on almost 30 pips of profit. So you can just manage the trade accordingly. Just bear in mind, at some point, we'll get a retracement. So we might want to cash in on that runner. We didn't go hard here because we were late and we were still anticipating a pullback. So points of interest. If it holds, whatever sell is coming here, we need to catch it. So that's it from me, C5, C3 in motion. C1, we just keep stalking. Let's wait for H1 to give a reversal. So you can see the first candle here was a fake out, but I'm anticipating spikes around this price area. So if we get to 57.70 point of interest, 57.70 is a point of interest. This is a short-term sell until we come below the 13 EMA. Just know this is a short-term sell. This is not a sell limit, it's a point of interest. If we get a reaction, then we can take a sell, which is going to be short-term until we break 13 EMA. So that's it for me. C1, actively stoke. C3, manage the trade. C5, manage the trade. B1, stoke. B5, stoke. V250, I'm not active on this today. Step, wait for the range to be broken. J10, wait for a pullback, and most likely scalp a sell if the price action shows a pullback. So that's it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Let's catch up on the Telegram group. Enjoy the rest of the day. Good trading.